What's going on, guys? And by you guys, I mean the two people behind the camera right now. Because this is too big of a story for one man to handle. And keep in mind, I handled when I got all that stuff from Wells and where I live, which is a top secret location. So yeah, I went to some garage sales, picked up some cool shit, and there are some things that I want to keep under wraps. It's top secret. I don't want to talk about it yet. But the first thing that I actually found was I remember hearing about this game a lot in Nintendo Power, and they said it was a good game. I mean, they pretty much said every game was a good game, but they said this was a good game a lot of times, so I trust I trust their opinion. It's Cookin' Mama 2. Yeah, I got this for $1. It comes with everything. I think the lady who was selling this kind of gave me a weird look as I was walking away. Maybe she thought I was gay or something, but maybe it's a good game. I think I played a Flash game like this, and I thought it was really fun. A non-video game related item. Half of my audience will really like this. It's Recovery by Eminem. It has one of the greatest songs of all time, Not Afraid. Which is the only reason why I bought it.
Cinderella Man, that's his.
Thank you, director. Alright. And then the next non-video game related thing I got was the Spanish and English dictionary, and there's a cock on the cover. Yeah, this should come in handy when I go to South America and travel and hike and get raped. So, yeah. The next video game related thing that I got. This was cool. Okay. So I went to this one garage sale and I asked if they had any video games, and they said, yeah, we have some PlayStation stuff. No, I should tell you something before this happened. Right before I went to this garage sale, there's this garage sale with this really creepy looking dude whose eyes frightened me. Like, I don't know, but yeah, he had this like big ass microwave. It was the biggest microwave I've ever seen in my life. It was ridiculous. I'm sure he was a nice guy, but right next door there's a garage sale. I asked if they had any video games, and they said, yeah, we got some PlayStation stuff. And there was only 2 games that they were willing to part with. We've got Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, which is, to me it looks like a game that's kind of like Gauntlet, except, okay, slaughter 170 different enemies. 25 minutes of full motion animation. I don't think Crysis can compare. I've heard really good things about this game. Hopefully it doesn't suck. I don't have a lot of critically acclaimed PlayStation games, so yeah, that should be nice. And this is something that should please half my audience. I won't tell who, but I finally have the first one. I've never played a game in the series before, but I finally have it. It's a director's cut of Resident Evil. Yeah. I'm excited to play this. I'll try not to have too high of expectations for it. It'll be kind of hard, but hopefully I enjoy this. If you remember, I also have Resident Evil 6, but I wanted to start from the bottom, so... So yeah, that's what I got. Like I said before, there's other things that I don't want to quite talk about yet, because I feel like I'm going to jinx it. I'm not even going to tell them off camera, but... So yeah, promising things up ahead. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the red button. Alright, I just remembered something. I can't even believe I forgot this. I almost spoiled this to half of my audience before I started filming it. Maybe you already figured it out, I don't know. Or maybe half my audience already figured this out before this happened. But anyway, after I got the PS1 games, Resident Evil and Legacy of Kain, I went into my brother's truck, and the car broke down. So that was the end of the garage sales. Well, my mom had to pick us up, and I did walk to someone's. I didn't find shit in any of them, but yeah, I feel like I was just getting started. I just found some PS1 games. I felt like I could have gone for another 5 hours, but then that happened. And yeah, it was kind of a sad ending. And I guess this is kind of a sad ending to the video, so please contain your tears. I'll end it right now. So goodbye. That means shut off the camera. Alright, a couple things. First off, I gotta remember to get closer to the camera when I'm showing stuff. Because otherwise you don't see what it looks like. You know, I guess it isn't that important, but I mean, you know, that way it's not like I'm on the other end of the room and like, yeah, I got this game. You can't even see it, you know. So I'll work on that. Hopefully the camera isn't cutting off the top of my head. But also hopefully I remember to do that next time. I was thinking about maybe taking pictures of the stuff that I got and then putting it, you know, in the corner or whatever. But it's like I tried doing that, and you could obviously see like glare and stuff, so it'd probably just be better if I just, you know, brought it up to the camera. And I'll try and do that next time. I know I keep doing that. Maybe I should write a note or something. The second thing, I might as well come right out and tell you what the top secret shit is. There were two different people that asked me to leave my number after I asked them about video game stuff. One of the first garage sales I went to, there was this really cool bearded guy there. He was a funny guy. He just seemed like somebody I'd want to hang out with. And I asked if he had any video games. He said he had a couple of Super Nintendo games inside. I was really excited about that because you never find anything Super Nintendo anywhere. Well, what he ended up bringing out were NBA Jam and Madden 96. I was thinking about getting those, but then I asked him, you know, do you have any other video games? He was like, yeah, I got an NES, so I don't want to get rid of that. I got to keep that, man. And what he ended up bringing out was like a drawer of N64 games. And apparently his buddy left them at his house like a year ago, but like a month ago his buddy said he shouldn't sell them. So he wasn't entirely sure if his buddy is okay with him selling them or not. So I picked out the ones I want. There were a bunch, like pretty much all the games in there were games I've never played but have wanted to play. Perfect Dark, Ocarina of Time, Dr. Mario 64, Turok, I think it was Turok Evolution. He told me that this Demolition Derby game was really cool. Road Rash 64 I've played on emulator back when I was really into Road Rash. And there's two other games I can't think of off the top of my head. So I told him, you know, for $8, no, I'll give you $20 for these 8 games. He was like, I can't do it, I'll have to ask my buddy. And he asked me to leave for me to leave my number. I wrote it down on a piece of construction paper. Under it, I wrote N64 games. And he hasn't called me back. And I don't know if he ever will. And then the second prospect, I went to this one garage sale. At first all I saw was like a DualShock 2 controller. It was like silver. It's like $4. And I asked if they had any other video game stuff. And like this middle-aged lady was like, yeah, I do, but I don't know if my son would let me sell it. And then like, must have been the grandma of this son with the games. It was like, said something about, it was like, you know, that PlayStation stuff is starting to become valuable now. Like if it was valuable in the first place, I wouldn't know. But it isn't valuable. You go to a garage sale, it's like $1. Maybe she just like heard, oh yeah, somebody bought the PlayStation stuff right away. Well, maybe they bought the PlayStation stuff right away because it was so damn cheap. But anyway, I asked if they had any other video game stuff. This middle-aged lady said that she had stuff at her house. She had a GameCube, which I told her, oh yeah, I definitely go for a GameCube. That's definitely what I want. She said that she had an NES. Said she had a box Atari, and I said I wouldn't mind looking at that either. They told me to leave my phone number for them. They haven't called me back either. I don't know if they ever will. But anyway, that's all I had to say. I know it's another depressing note to end on. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good night. Alright, so I'm about to play Resident Evil Director's Cut for the first time. The first time I've ever played a Resident Evil game, if I remember right. And as I was about to put the disc in, I noticed something. So here you go, you got an ad for Resident Evil 2. And then behind it, you get a bit of a... the game's being a bit passive-aggressive about wanting you to play the sequel. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this game now. Okay, we gotta be serious. This is a serious show.
Up to good stuff.
There's a citywide garage sale today.
Here's the outtakes.
Should we stop this?
No, keep going. We'll go at the end of the video. Alright. Dinner with friends. How can you go wrong? And then the next non-video game related thing I got was Spanish and English dictionary, and there's a cock on the cover.
Do you just edit it later and piece it together?
Yeah. Well, not usually, because I don't have two jackasses behind the camera making me laugh. But this is good for when I go to South America and go hiking and get raped.
Jesus. Like get the B-roll going.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, I don't think I'll have enough space on my iPod. I could get some side.
Right before I went to this garage sale, I went to this sale with this like really creepy ass dude with like these eyes that frightened me to hell. Yeah, he had this like big ass microwave. It was the biggest microwave I've ever heard. I'm sure he was a nice guy, but 5 minutes? Okay. I didn't even know I told you that.